Yes, I do.
Yo, what's up, world? I'm hungry.
And I'm Skooba.
How you guys doing today? More importantly, how are you doing, Skooba?
I feel pretty good, man. I feel pretty good. I feel tired at the end of the work week. I've been pushing myself really hard at the gym. But other than that, I feel freaking like $1 million. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing pretty good, dude. You're always at the gym, bro. You're always pushing those gains.
Hey, gotta try, man. To me, I love the gym. I straight love the place. It's like a sanctuary for me. One of the best ways to alleviate stress. That's why I become addicted to it, essentially.
Yeah, okay, I feel that. Dude, that's totally legitimate. A bunch of people feel that way.
Yeah. But you know, I think a lot of times when you say you go to the gym, some people they give you that they have that stereotypical gym head. They see like a meathead that's all buff, all roided out or whatever, and then they make the prejudgments of that person. Like they're all stupid. I am stupid, don't get me wrong, but
you're not the stereotypical meathead.
Nah. I use it for other purposes.
Alright, so first video I have to show, it's going to be about the stock market, because the stock market is going crazy the last couple of weeks. Well, actually not too crazy, but I feel like something's building up, right? Something's building up. I feel like something's going to be happening in a couple of weeks, maybe a little longer, but there's definitely pressure building. And so I saw this video, and I kind of wanted to see what you would think, because instantly I thought, oh, Skooba would have something to say about this video.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it a little bit. Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. The whole stock market is definitely crazy. It's fun. I enjoy it. It's a lot of anxiety.
I remember when the AMC and then GameStop thing first happened. Like, dude, it was like 3 days straight of me just waking up at like 5 in the morning so I can just get there, so I can like keep track of the stock market.
Yeah, that essentially becomes like an addiction in itself. You do that.
It is, dude. It's totally is like it's a gambling thing, I guess.
It is. It is a form of gambling. I find that you can analyze it all you want, but in the end, you try to put yourself in the best situation, but you really don't ever know.
Yeah. So here's a video. Let's see what we can do with this one.
Meme stocks turned over. GameStop is the poster child. It got cut almost in half today. Take a look at it now. Since the highs on Thursday, GameStop stock has lost 81% of its value. Shares have plummeted even faster than they rallied.
Like, this is like crypto every other day. So,
yeah.
Like this is like an abnormality for the stock market, but this almost is a weekly thing for the cryptocurrency. If anyone knows what crypto is, so that's a ride. It's right there.
AMC is 8 times levered. They will never generate meaningful free cash flow. There is no value to equity holders. People can buy it because they're excited about going back to theaters, but there is no value to this company. And ultimately, that's what's going to matter is they can't pay off their debt ever.
People are sitting at home getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept. It's just attacking wealthy people.
Yeah. And he's like, they're just attacking wealthy people.
Yeah, he's probably one of those wealthy people, so he's like taking it personally. I can understand, man. So someone tries to take my money, if you attack my money, I'm gonna shake my fist really hard at you and then scream.
I'm gonna shake my fist at you. You're in my ivory tower.
Yeah, right.
And I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together and pull together.
The end result is attendance levels are just never going to be, and so that 770 million of EBITDA is never going to be achievable again. And even if it was, they can't pay off their debt. But if they can't get close to that level, this thing literally is worth, can't cover its debt, let alone have any value for equity holders. And that's really why we put the penny stock target on there for 12 months.
First of all of this nonsense, all of this noise, all of this whining by Wall Street, it's making me sick.
We all make impacts. You never know when you're making an impact on somebody. Don't forget that. Have more confidence in the due diligence that we've done. Have confidence in the numbers. Have confidence in the technical setup. Have confidence in the fact that we can do this together as people.
Like the stock. We like the stock.
As for me, I like the stock.
I'm as bullish as I've ever been on a potential turnaround for GameStop.
What's the answer? When this squeezes, it'll be more violent than we ever imagined. When those shorts have to cover their positions, it is going to be the stupidest, most violent, nasty, disgusting, vile squeeze that has probably ever existed.
I have to say, it is impressive, and I congratulate them for doing what they've done.
Look at all those screens that dude has, dude. Holy crap. Holy crap, that's just 8 that we can see. He probably has more in the background somewhere.
He's living in a matrix, just surrounded by screens.
Like really, do you really need 8 screens, dude? Like, you know that you could have more than one tab open on the screen.
Yeah, but this makes it easier because you're able to always see it. He's probably like a really analytical type of dude from what I can tell. So all these are just charts of stocks and what they're doing, and then like one of them I can tell is probably like depicting trade volume, how something, and they're all different stocks. I don't want to have to keep transitioning. If I see something make a move now, I want to do that.
He probably just watched Batman back in the day when he was a little kid, Batcave with all the Bat computers. He's like, when I grew up, I want to have that too.
Well, isn't that the dream? As a kid, we imagine we want stuff, and now that we're adults and we have money, we can try to achieve that stuff.
True. You know what? So I because of what you just said, dude, I would totally reverse my position. I'm applauding this guy.
Just like that?
Yes, dude. You convinced me, man. This guy is living the dream, and I'm proud, and I admire him.
Oh, yeah. He got money. He got money to blow.
Even matched them.
That's okay. That's okay. I admire him, dude.
You're accepting all the differences.
What?
No, you're good. You're good.
The actual brand itself has way more value today than it had 5 months ago before it became became part of every headline around the world day after day. I don't know what the outcome will be, but if I was short that stock right now, I'd be worried, and I'm not short.
Okay, all right.
I think it's going to get a second kick at life. I think that some very smart people probably see what I see in the IP being worth something.
Okay. I don't know. I saw that and I was like, yeah, I thought you were going to kick that.
Well, personally, a GameStop one was a success. It literally took down a big hedge fund. I don't see it happening so much with AMC just because they're probably going to be a little bit more prepared for it. Just obviously it just happened. So I'm sure some of these other hedge funds are probably shorting some of these stocks, aren't going to be shorting as much, and they can at least withstand it, or they have probably set something in place to prevent something like that from happening. Because to lose $3 billion in a week, that's intense. So I don't know if that's going to happen again.
Crazy. But so what these people are saying is that it's not only going to happen again, but it's going to happen harder.
Yeah,
that's what they're thinking.
Possible. I don't know what the short interest on AMC is right now, and I don't know if people are still shorting GameStop or not.
Maybe, dude. Maybe it will come back up. Who knows, dude? So
it'll be exciting, man. That's one of the best times of my life. So I didn't make money, but I enjoyed it.
I remember when Doge was starting to pop off, dude. I was super surprised, is what I was, dude.
Yeah, everybody was. Everybody. Because that thing was not supposed to do anything. It was straight up a meme. It was supposed to be one giant joke. And even if you go onto the website, it says the creation of this cryptocurrency is based off of a joke.
But hey, that joke right now is worth more than most companies, dude.
Yeah, right? It's in the top 10 cryptocurrencies out there, which is hilarious. And I love it too. Come on. Who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like dogs?
Yeah, right?
It's the doggy coin, man. Just put a hyphen in there.
The old people say, I need to put my retirement funds into doggy coin.
We see him next week homeless. It's like, dang, he made the wrong decision.
Yeah, dude. Ouch, bro. So,
Yeah, no.
okay, so I just want to bring that up because, you know, I'm kind of in the Slacks right now. I got into it this year, so I saw this and I thought it was interesting. But the other things that we're going to be talking about today are going to be some weird people with their weird... okay, I'm going to say weird because it's not normal. It's not the normal thing that people do, but they're unique sexualities. And let's go ahead and check it out, dude. Let's see. This person has a strange
My strange addiction. I've seen this show before. People have some weird addictions out there, and you would never think about it either.
Morning, baby.
Look at this guy.
Handsome man.
Dude.
All right, come on. Like right here, I don't think it's so weird yet. There are some dudes that are really big car lovers.
Dude, look at him.
But to the extent that I'm sure this guy is gonna go, that just goes beyond weird.
Dude, this guy is making out with his car. He's caressing the corners. 100%. He's a sexual relationship with this thing.
Was that other lady his woman?
It looked like it might have been his girlfriend.
His roommate.
Oh, okay. Because then I'd be like,
she got friend zoned.
I try to do something special.
She got friend zoned.
She got friend zoned for a car.
Dang, bro. That's intense, dude. That's an ego booster right there. Ego booster right there.
Times we get sexual.
Sometimes we get sexual.
You're a handsome man.
Oh my gosh, you're a handsome man. That's what he said to the car, dude.
So is he gay?
No, well, I mean, for a car.
Well, no, I agree with Alex because more often than not, most dudes see their car as being a female, but he's calling his car a dude. So maybe he had like hidden sexual like repression.
Are females.
Yeah, like everything I don't ever associate anything I own as being a male. I always associate it as a female if I'm like I like it.
Except for my dildo, I associate that one as a male.
Yeah. Okay. So you're that makes sense. That makes sense. If you think about it, that makes sense. It took me a second, but then I'm like, no, that makes sense.
My name's...
Yeah, man, you pretty much skipped through this whole video. Like
yeah,
we watched 4 seconds of it.
I was really afraid that TLC was going to copyright me, so I just wanted to show a couple parts.
You know how you can do it?
Pause.
You know how you actually do this? So what you do is you take screenshots of the like segments. And you just let it play. You let the actual audio play in the background, and they can't copyright that.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, if you want to show bigger portions of the clip, like do like segments but pictures, and then let the audio just play.
Okay, I'll have to do that. I'll have to do that in the future.
Yeah,
that's a good idea, dude.
Yeah.
So here's another one, dude. This guy's he married his imaginary friend.
Yeah, he must be lonely. It is a lonely world out there.
Out Catcher in the Rye for an English class when this hand mysteriously comes out of nowhere and grabs the book.
Wait, go back to that picture.
I was like, hey.
Dude, I want to know who's taking the picture.
Side, huh?
Who's taking the picture and what is that person thinking?
Hey,
dude, oh my gosh.
More cushion,
look at
baby.
the other picture.
More cushion.
Look at the second picture, like to the left of it.
Yeah,
he's hugging the person from behind.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, yes.
He's grabbing his ass.
Yeah, he's grabbing the person's ass, bro. They're face to face. They're face to face.
Oh, they're face to face. I thought they were both facing the camera.
You gotta use your imagination.
Right?
No. They're taking a picture, dude. And they're taking a picture, they're both facing the camera. Come on, dude.
Hey, at least he genuinely, what I'll say is he genuinely looks happy in that picture. Like, that looks like a genuine smile, so.
And both of these pictures, he looks happy, dude. Because in your imagination, you can have a badunkadunk, but.
Because in reality, your wife would drain you of your soul. But,
your eye would just be dead. He would be dead.
This guy's a genius.
when this hand mysteriously comes out of nowhere and grabs the book. And I was like, hey, that's the only copy left. And she goes, hey, how about this? I'll read the book to you if you take me out to dinner. And I couldn't resist. So we went.
Wait. What was the story? I didn't hear the story. Go back.
He said that.
You say
in the library?
Yeah, he was in the library reading a book, and a hand came out and took the book away from him, and the girl said, "I'll let you read. I'll read the book to you if you take me out to dinner."
Is it an actual girl or is it an imaginary girl right now?
I'm guessing it's his imaginary girl.
It could have been a real girl, and he got so heartbroken by this female, he got stuck. Okay. And now this is the female he's now imagining he's having a relationship with forever.
But if he was actually believing in the imaginary girl, do you think he would start the story talking about the girl that broke his heart?
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
yeah, explain your weird fetish somehow.
Let's see.
The rest is history.
Nope.
Yeah, growing up in Beaver Creek was very tough.
Beaver Creek. Let's go visit Beaver Creek.
And I've been happy ever since then.
Good.
Have you heard about Russia and their decline
I
of
do the
men?
cooking around here.
What happened?
She does the cleaning.
How's it, Brian?
We like to share the chores.
What'd you say?
What?
How Russia has a decline in men. Like, they're losing, like, you know how every year we gain people? Well, they're losing people. They're not producing enough people fast enough for the people that are dying off.
Really?
So, yeah, they need more men in Russia to, like, make more Russians.
Russian women are attractive.
They are. I've seen a Russian woman putting out this information. It's like, in case you guys want, we are here and we need more men.
Hey, y'all. hey, y'all want to go take a trip to Russia soon? Cold as hell, and I love the cold, but I'm down.
In Russia, you can order a cup of beer at Burger King.
In Russia, the beer orders you.
That's true.
True.
Actually, they have this one. I think there's a specific drink that you drink. I'm pretty sure it's Russia, where they have a bunch of it, where it's like a really, really, really dumbed down version of beer that they just drink all the time. Probably like 0.2.
It's Coors Light over here.
Yeah. Over there, they just drink it like it's a normal drink.
That's what I do.
Yeah, whatever gets you through that cold, right?
Oh, no, they drink a lot of vodka and stuff for that, don't they?
Yeah, they drink a lot of vodka, dude.
They're the ones that, don't they do the vodka milk?
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope nobody does vodka milk.
Dude, vodka milk isn't bad, bro. Try it out. It's pretty good.
It's buttery, too.
Yeah.
They do that one. Yeah.
Yeah, they do that, yeah. Well, their milk is a lot fattier than out here because we reprocess the crap out of the milk. If you drink it straight from the cow, man, you're probably gonna die in a couple of years. That shit's so heavy.
Yeah.
This guy's sitting on a bench with his girlfriend, dude.
When we're out,
Imagine,
like we do.
Like, right, I was gonna say, imagine someone watching this and they, like, what is going on over there?
This guy's literally just reading his newspaper, and now he's just like, "What?"
Look at his face. He's just like, "What?" He's trying to piece his story together. Like, what is happening right now? Like, what is happening? Oh man, that's funny.
He probably concluded that this is for like a movie or a TV show. Like, this is some weird TV show. All the cameras recording this guy by himself.
We get looks, but we don't let it bother us.
Dude, this guy's face, he's not impressed. He's not impressed.
We still go on date night.
He's confused as hell.
Restaurant we always go to.
Yeah, he ordered her a meal too.
He comes in 3 times a week and orders 2 entrees every time. Do I really think he has a girlfriend? What do you want me to say?
What do you want me to say? Dude, what?
Oh.
Dude,
I
mean, dude, he comes there 3 times a week and orders her food. Like, that's a lot, dude. What else? He probably buys her expensive jewelry.
Who wears it?
Okay, now I just okay. You know what? I feel like we're crossing over into a mean zone.
Man. It happens.
Let's not be too mean with this guy. The poor guy.
No, man. It just we don't understand, but it's funny. It's like
And that is a lot of money, though.
Dude, heck yeah. That's like a house in a lot of states. Multiple houses in most states.
Remember Juniper?
Who could forget Juniper, you know?
I'm not high enough for this.
Dude, what a response, bro. What a
Hey, no, that's a friend though, man. I don't give a. That's a friend. He's just like, bro, you crazy? Gosh. But I will boast that crazy. Jesus, that is great. That is so great. That is great.
Goodness. I mean, listen, Charlie, he's a good.
He looks straight. He looks straight.
He put non-imaginary friend. Like this guy is actually real.
Yeah. He looked straight into the camera like he was in freaking The Office, dude. He was in an episode of The Office. Like, do you see what I have to deal with?
Yeah.
Do you see? This is his neighbor, bro.
Charlie, he's a good guy, and I think if he put himself out there, he could legitimately find himself a girlfriend. Not necessarily a 10, but she'd be real. I don't know. He spends all his time with Juniper, and he's just wasting his life. I hate to see it.
Listen, I just want to talk to you, okay? This whole Juniper thing.
Yeah, dude, that's...
Dude, no, this was good. This was so good, man. I had such a good time watching this.
Who could forget Juniper? Oh my goodness.
All right, so that's a good neighbor though, man. He's just looking out for, is that what you call it? Like the wholesome neighbor or whatever. When you have people you can talk to. Spider right next to me.
All right, so I think we're ending the last half of the podcast. So let's bring in the main event, dude. I know I asked you about this earlier. If you remembered about Coney 2012.
Yeah.
You say you didn't really remember it, right?
No, I don't even. I not that I didn't remember it. I don't even know what it is. I've never heard of Coney. I don't even know what Coney 12. You said it. I was like, what is that? I didn't even know it was a person. Is it a person?
Yeah, it was a viral sensation that happened like back in 2012. Let's go ahead and let this guy explain what happened. All right. Hey, Alex. I mean, yeah.
Can you please just use my name, Alex?
Okay.
I don't care. No, I don't care.
But do you remember Coney? Do you remember Coney 2012?
The year, roughly.
I remember the movie 2012.
Yeah, that was a decent movie.
Yeah. I watched it on a bus ride one day.
Hey,
Timmy boy in the house.
T-Dog, what's good, bro?
He's muted.
No, or he's not in. He's not on Discord.
It's our imaginary friend. Join Discord, bro.
My imaginary friend Timmy is gay.
Why's it gotta be imaginary, man?
Oh, we should have just watched the video we just watched, bro. It was freaking comedy and great.
This guy was married to his imaginary friend. Her name is Juniper, and he had.
Someone's echoing. I gotta.
Yeah, it's.
So do I mute myself on meet and do this?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Perfect.
And so, he had spent $162,000 on his imaginary friend.
No, but dude, that's not the point. The pictures, him going out to dinner with them, and they were talking to him. That like the spending the money part, whatever. All of that, everything else made it gold.
The greatest thing you ever seen.
Yeah, right. Having dinner with them. Come on, that was.
The waiter's like, this guy comes in 3 times a week, orders 2 entrees. Oh man, it was good. But hey Tim.
Yo.
What do you remember Coney 2012, dude?
Yeah, dude. That was at freaking like it was a charity thing that the dude like took all the money, or like the guy went crazy. It was like an Africa charity, and then like the main person who like started the whole thing ended up like running around naked and got arrested for like doing some crazy, like he ran around in public naked, like freaking out, and then the cops arrested him.
Yeah,
and then like they found out that he was like embezzling from the charity.
Okay, so I barely remembered anything. I didn't remember any of that, but you remember the most out of all of us, dude.
I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna look it up because I might be wrong.
You don't have
I've never heard of this.
You don't have to.
You don't have to look it up.
We're gonna watch a video on it right now.
The internet historians chronicled a video about it.
Oh yeah, was I right about it?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay, cool.
That was a really good recall from you.
I remember it because I watch a lot of podcasts where like they do freakouts, and that is like one of the more epic
is the story
freakouts.
of a man,
How it
Jason
flamed
Russell.
out. Yeah, this guy.
and his
Flame out,
relentless
dude.
quest to stop Ugandan warlord Joseph Kony. Let's begin with the action start. On March 5th, 2012, a charity called Invisible Children published a high-production video called Kony 2012. It was an awareness campaign seeking to mobilize action to
I do
capture
actually
or
remember
kill
Invisible
Ugandan
Children.
warlord Joseph Kony.
Yeah, it's just like
Right.
the invisible children.
Yeah, the invisible children thing, isn't that a real thing though? I remember watching
it
it.
is.
Yeah,
No,
that's
the
a
most
messed up
tragic part about this whole thing is that this one guy's like public fallout messed up like a legit charity cause.
Yeah,
Like it was a charitable cause and everyone was super down for it, but then like because this guy got involved and became disgraced, everyone's like, I'm not donating to that anymore, and then like
Yeah, because they couldn't trust it or something.
yeah. I mean, all charities are kind of sketch, but I think you should probably have to look through it because as much as there's this white guy, they probably had some money that got to Africa, I'm sure.
Yeah, very little probably.
Yeah, it's what sucks is like not as much, but it's like even very little's probably
more than
does a lot
nothing.
in Africa.
Hey Tim, are you? Do you have your are you listening to your speakers?
No, I have my headset on.
Okay.
Why does it
And the
sound off like
goal
that?
of this
Yeah, I'm getting an echo from you.
Is it
story
'cause
was
of
to
the-
make Kony famous.
30 minutes long, it really tried to pull at your heartstrings.
At the end of my life, I want to say that
what the fuck? Why?
Why?
world we've left behind
What about this one? Can you hear me on
is
this
one that Gavin can be proud of.
Nope,
A
I'm good.
place that
Perfect.
doesn't allow
it.
Joseph Konys and child soldiers.
And little Gavin would have been proud, because it took off like no video on YouTube ever had.
We wanted 500,000 views in the whole year of 2012. We got 500,000 views in the first 3 hours.
It received 100 million views in the first 6 days, 1.4 million likes. Click that link in the description
down.
below. They clicked it so hard the website went down, and their email was so inundated that the service provider assumed it was an
Gotta say
attack
who it is.
and temporarily pulled the plug. The Times named it the most viral video ever. It raised the charity over $20 million.
Dude,
People
what?
really went fucking bananas for this video and those Ugandan kids. 4 million hashtags. People
Yeah,
changed
I
their
remember
Facebook
like
profile.
college students went crazy about it. That was everyone's like call to action that like 3 years was Kony 20. Like we're gonna save the African kids.
They had shirts and wristbands and everything.
Yeah, dude.
How the heck do I not remember this? I must have been living under a rock.
Really, the
You know
only
why?
reason I remember it is because the guy got naked and got arrested. Like, if it was just a charity, there's no way I remember it. But it's like, no,
You remember the
like
obscurity of it?
flamed out in such an epic way that,
family-
like, it's an epic flame out tied to a charity thing.
Yeah. That's
Mobile game.
comedy.
Are you woke about Joseph Kony? Yeah, but are you woke enough to get a tattoo? People were
Holy
up for
crap.
pretty much anything to stop Kony, as long as it didn't involve any practical action. 1 like equals 1 saved child. But who is Joseph Kony and what's all the fuss? Well, he's the leader of the Lord's Resistance Army, LRA.
My God, you're greasy.
And he really is one of the most evil people living today. Imagine the worst crime you can think of committing, and he'll have done it thousands of times over.
Takes children, makes them kill their parents and eat their parents.
The surviving girls
What?
will be kept as sex slaves,
That sounds like it's not real, dude. Like that sounds like he's just saying the most fucked up thing to think about to try to get your money. Like you have to eat your own parents. Like what? That's crazy. I'm sure it happens, but that's crazy.
It worked 20 million times.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. $20 million, dude.
And the boys conscripted into the LRA as child soldiers.
I know, it's kind of a bummer.
It's all part of a civil conflict that's been going on for 30 years. We'll get into the details later, but for now, consider this our one-dimensional bad guy. And here's our protagonist, Jason Russell, the figurehead of Coney 2012 and Invisible Children. He's a devout Christian, stereotypically Californian.
And I do consider myself a refined valley dude.
But he has a bad boy side too. So it all
Apparently
starts in
he came back
2003
from his flame out. Like PR team's legit, and he's been on Oprah recently.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, PR, dude. I need to hire that PR team 100%.
Yeah, dude. If I ever do anything crazy, it's like, who's that fool's lawyer? Let's get it on.
As a naive and aspiring filmmaker, he goes to Uganda with two friends in search of a story. While driving through a rural village,
A car was shot in front of us by a rebel army who was led by a guy named Joseph Kony.
they drive to a city for safety and find this. Turns out it's part of a nightly routine. Kids live in the villages, but commute to the city to sleep there to avoid being kidnapped in midnight raids by the LRA.
Holy crap.
Thousands and thousands of kids without an adult in sight.
Jason had found his story.
Africa's wild, man. Africa's like, everyone thinks like North Korea when you think about craziest place in the world, but it's got to be like top 5 craziest places are all in Africa.
Dude,
I believe that.
All of the children in a certain area don't feel safe to sleep in their room because so many people get kidnapped. So they all collectively join in a single spot so they're all safe in numbers. Dude, that's nuts. That's nuts.
It feels like this, like right around when this came out, like 2012, like 2010 to like 2013 was like when Blood Diamond came out, and there's a lot of like eyes on it. And like Kanye's album came out, he had that Blood Diamond song about it, and like there was a lot of spotlight about that fucked up shit in Africa for that period of time, however long it was.
And a cause. It must have made a real impression on him, because for the next 10 years he dedicated himself almost exclusively to trying to improve things in Uganda and stop Coney. Coney 2012 was the culmination, but in the preceding years he tried a bunch of other schemes. This.
The Bracelet Campaign.
This.
Twice daily broadcast about where the LRA is and where they're active.
And this.
Do what we always do. Dance.
What? Oh my gosh.
This is all real.
This fool was doing TikTok before TikTok.
Dude, you're right. This 100% was. This is made for TikTok. Dude, you know what? I'm gonna recut up this video of him dancing and do this song and put it up on TikTok. Thank you for that idea. Thank you, dude.
Do it, man, and then do a duet with it.
Naturally, questions have been raised about his sexual orientation.
All these other rumors too that you were gay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard those rumors.
Yeah.
My parents started a large children's theater organization, so I am
Theatrical.
theatrical.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Straight men are allowed to enjoy musicals its current year. Back to Coney 2012. So the video lays out a plan called Cover the Night. Here's what you do. Pay $30 for your super special Coney action kit. Whoa, that's nice. In the kit you'll find 5 items.
Holy crap.
Button, bracelet, stickers.
Dude, we need to do that. Sell a $30 You're a Hero kit.
Yeah, dude, but you gotta get the viralness behind you. Like, anyone could just sell some shit. You gotta become semi-popular or famous for people to want to buy your shit.
Get that sensation going.
Sure. and these posters.
That's what this was, just like
On
a giant
April
push. You know, giant wave of like, oh, we're gonna buy shit from this guy now. That fool David Dobrik, the like super famous YouTuber, did a thing recently where he sold people a puzzle, and then you put the puzzle together with the QR code, and then the QR code is basically like a sweepstakes. So it's like basically a lottery ticket, but he got around the rules for lottery because it's like, no, they're buying a poster, but then you know the poster costs $5, and then you could win $1,000 off of it.
Dude, that's genius. Let's do that. Dang.
Yeah, but it was David Dobrik. If you're David Dobrik, you can fucking tell people like clumps of shit, and they'll buy it.
Dude, let's do that.
Dead of night, go out and vandalize your town with awareness.
And wake up to hundreds of thousands of posters demanding justice on every corner.
It was going to be amazing. Everyone was on board. The countdown to April 20th had begun, and all Jason and co had to do was keep the momentum going and not fuck it up.
This is the new way to move the world to action.
But this movie is not without critics.
Critics say the film manipulates the facts.
Simplifying the story.
Oversimplifying a wildly complex issue.
Message is too late.
Joseph Kony and his forces have been significantly reduced.
Pro-war activism.
Utterly naive to
By next week, this will be a passing fad.
These white Westerners sort of getting on a bandwagon, and actually they haven't got a clue what they're talking about.
A day or two later, the heady excitement gave way to more down-to-earth analysis. Media commentators started making scathing critiques of the video, and testimony from Uganda wasn't entirely positive either.
It's unfortunate that we can have people who are merchandising, but using people's problems.
Then it got really serious. Teenage girls started weighing in.
Pony, so I asked my mom, and my mom laughs and goes, "He died like 5 years ago."
This is wrong, by the way, but it was seen by 4 million people. From a source of "my mum said it, so it must be true." The term slacktivism started cropping up more and more. Legitimate questions were asked. How will the money donated be spent?
That invisible children would send would have to go to the Ugandan military.
Why did you put your son in the film?
You know, why would you put your son in the film? You know, why did you put yourself in the film? It was questions about our sincerity.
Why are they saying Kony is in Uganda when he's actually in the Central African Republic? Invisible Children wasn't popular among other charities either.
Man.
They were hogging the limelight. And they released Kony 2012 just 2 days before International Women's Day, a critical fundraising time for some. Even the Ugandan Prime Minister took a few jabs.
We do not need a sleek video on YouTube for us to take notice.
Once people started feeling misled, they turned against the organization and squared the blame on one person.
Dude. Instantly, he went from being a hero, a popular hero, who's making money and selling $30 kits to people. In 2 days, he's a freaking enemy, dude.
The crazy shit is like the whole slacktivism shit. It's like, oh, all you just throw money at it. It's like, dude, there's a lot of like legitimate problems that you have to throw money at it. Like nothing else but money is gonna solve it. So like, does it matter what their moral reason is for helping your ass out? Or
right? I know you're right. Money is a lot, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like there's a lot of logistics and charity. You have to like fly the supplies somewhere and then get buses to unload them and pay for gas for all that shit. So you have to use money. But like, why criticize someone for like, oh, the white savior attitude? Like that's a big thing. Like be like, oh, you're only doing it because you're white savior, and it's like that's a way of degrading charity. Like charity is fucked up.
Yep.
And then there's like charities that are legit super corrupt and like they just make money for people and don't really help anybody.
Like the Red Cross. Red Cross is super corrupt, bro.
Yeah, they say that it's about like the ratio
Cross?
of like how much money gets to.
Yeah, man. I forget what
Or
the
like
biggest
the Catholic Church.
Yeah, one of the biggest scandals Red Cross had was a big hurricane event I think that happened out in India. Tsunami. What was the big tsunami in 2008 or something like that? Was it 2008? Whatever, something big tsunami that happened recently back in somewhere in the Asia area. Like
I remember that.
People donated like $400 million, but they're supposed to build a bunch of houses, and they did a documentary on it where they only built like 4 huts. So you tell me, $400 million built 4 huts. A lot of it, they said it had to go to pay for their executives, all their overhead costs. The perpetrator just pocketed the majority of that money. So the Red Cross.
That's the
I
problem
will
with being
never.
that big of a charity is fucking.
But
there's like some operating costs, but then it's like how much, like how rich these motherfuckers need to be.
Oh, dude, I guarantee you, the operating costs, they're expensive, but not to the point where 400. I think it was way more than 400 million. I'm probably just off, and my fact is really wrong. But it was in the hundreds of millions. They didn't do shit with it. I guarantee they pocketed the majority of it.
Yeah, dude. They're one of the shittier. Well, they're everywhere and they do a lot of different things, but.
Oh no, I would never.
I would
never donate to Red Cross again. I will never donate to Red Cross again.
Yeah, I think there's like this one website where you can go on and there's like a ratio of like how much of your dollar actually makes it to like the people that you want it to get to, basically.
Yeah.
So they rank them like Red Cross is like 5 cents out of the dollar.
Oh my gosh, what?
Yeah, they're like a scam. They're like, we are a charity, so I don't know if they probably get like a lot of tax breaks, but they 100% is just another business that's just trying to make money.
5 cents on the dollar, dude? What?
Yeah, dude. So like a shit ton of people donate to the Red Cross, but even if it's like $10 million gets donated, only like 500,000 or whatever is going to get there. So they do have like Red Cross ambulances and Red Cross like helicopters and Red Cross fucking boats and shit, but like not a lot because it's just spread so thin over everything.
Yeah, but you pay like 100,000 people, then you pay them, and then you give them their portion.
Yeah, yeah. Red Cross is one of the shittier ones,
Right,
but I think it's also because they're so broad. Like all the other charities are focusing on like even this one, like just saving the kids in Africa. So you have an office of people somewhere in America, and you have an office of people in Africa. Probably like all of 50 people involved in the charity. So yeah, they get that $20 million, and like. Those 50 people are balling, but then there's also not $5 probably like freaking 50 cents on the dollar, which is still shit, but better than 5 cents on the dollar.
Yeah, yeah.
We probably invested a lot of that money on dancing lessons.
Pressure was building. Online backlash and a hectic schedule was starting to take a toll.
My phone was getting 10 text messages every second. It was just...
Millions of supporters on one side, millions of critics on the other.
On and on and on.
Make Coney famous? Well, it made Jason famous too. And the pressure kept increasing. He was flying all over the country to spread his message.
Took the red eye to New York, landed at 5 in the morning.
Working around the clock.
On the Today Show, People Magazine, Reuters. By day 3, I was in LA doing interview after interview after interview. 17 interviews in 48 hours. Wow. So
He was sleeping less and becoming more erratic.
Not being able to sleep, not being able to stop my racing mind.
Criticism from every direction.
Private fucking planes to all these interviews.
But still, dude, like just because you have like a beautiful bed that's really comfy doesn't mean you can fall asleep.
Yeah, I think that if somebody becomes a person like this, like a figurehead, you should get the criticism. Like it shouldn't just be like, oh, I'm an angel and I'm saving everybody. Like if your shit's legit, it's gonna stand up to the criticism. So there should be a ton of people like this fool's white savior, this fool's just doing it for this fool's like trying to check him,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I feel you. No, and then maybe I've never seen it like he deserves it, but I definitely have always expected people to. I mean, because when you do put yourself out there, like you're asking people to look at you, and people will. That's exactly what they'll do. They'll look right into you.
You're the worst. You're terrible. And Coney's dead.
They started saying the whole project was for his ego, or based on greed. And not just criticism, responsibility. How are you going to stop children from being murdered, Jason? You promised a solution, Jason. When are you going to deliver, Coney?
At the end of that day, my mind was exhausted.
To release the pressure, he and his family tried to take a couple of days off by going to Palm Springs. But people recognized him there too, so they hid away in their hotel room with the curtains closed. Jason was starting to crack. Paranoia, delusions of grandeur. He went with his family to see the Lorax, and he thought the film was speaking to him directly. Voices in Jason's head told him that he needed to get to New York in the next 12 hours, or Coney would win, whatever that meant. Then, He stripped off all of his clothes
Yeah,
and
see, look at
ran
this
out
one.
into the street.
This is what fucked up the whole movement.
I was on a street in San Diego, totally naked.
Dude, what is he doing? Like, what movements is that? You know what I mean?
He's slamming something on the ground, dude. He's jacking off a giant that's laying down on the street.
I was on a street
Look
in
at
San
him
Diego.
jerking.
He's using both forearms. You're right. You're right.
I love how that truck's just driving by, like, yeah, fuck it, I gotta go to work. It's fucking crazy guy thing.
Another day in San Diego.
I was like LA every day, man. You see so many
They wouldn't
crazies
even have
out there.
noticed it was that guy.
Someone driving by in a car took a video on their phone, and they sold it to TMZ for $30,000. And then my naked and crazy mess went viral as well.
Some have said that he was jacking it and that he was on drugs. Neither is true. It's just a very distressed man having a mental episode.
Were you also masturbating? Did I hear that too?
No one who was there ever said that that was happening. Yeah. I mean, I'm naked, so it's not a far extension of, imagination.
He was taken to the hospital, not...
To be fair, it's not a far. It's not. It is a very short extension of the imagination. Like, you're naked and you're crazy. Why are you not jacking off? You know what I mean? Like, I'm expecting this guy to have already jacked off by the time I get there. I don't know. Like,
Dude, I feel like if I were to have a mental breakdown, and I've never had one, so maybe it's me talking shit, I wouldn't get naked. I just like run around screaming at shit. Like, what's with the getting naked? That was all him.
He felt trapped, man. The clothes were like a prison. He's just like, I gotta release myself.
I've done
gotta get free,
naked
okay?
a lot of times, so yes, that does happen.
Alex was like, I got a lot of empathy for this dude. He's a regular guy.
He called
He is a
that
regular
a Good
guy.
Friday.
Hey, did he? Hey, what did he say about it earlier, Skooba?
Yeah.
If he's not hurting anybody,
Yeah, right. To each their own.
I mean, yeah, he technically didn't hurt anybody, but I mean, people got over it. Obviously, I don't.
Yeah.
The whole thing, and I get like what they're talking about too. Like, how are you going to help these children? And that's like, I don't care how much money you got. Like, if you don't have a plan, all that money is going to go to these fucking people that probably have the children in custody. Like, they're probably going to end up getting the money. And the thing about all that Africa shit is like, there's a one joke where it's like, oh, we're going to start one laptop for every African child charity, but it turned into 1,000 laptops for every African warlord charity. And it's like, that's basically it. Like, no matter what money you pump there, it's going to get to like the top of the corruption.
Oh yeah, just in any country that's really not developed, it's corrupt beyond corrupt.
Yeah, all that money that this was going to be donating, you know, they're not going to let this white guy just show up and save their country. They're going to take that shit.
Yeah.
True.
Jail.
Police say when they showed up, they didn't see any of that and was taken to a local medical facility that he was not arrested though.
And there, he thought the staff were trying to kill him.
Just one of those things where I'm like, I don't believe what you're saying. You're trying to kill me.
He ran around in his underwear, kicking in doors until eventually he was subdued.
I don't think that's
and
a thing, though.
sedated.
You come back to yourself.
Subdued and sedated.
Wait, what?
You know that one thing that happens. I'm like, no, that doesn't happen.
What?
Yeah, you know, I just thought they were going to kill me. Everybody knows about that.
Okay,
Like,
so
no, I've never gone to a
before-
hospital where thinking people just want to kill me. No.
Al-
Please
Alex-
tell us more about that.
Alex
regular dude,
totally he resonated with the other one, but I resonate with this one. I'm a paranoid guy, and like I can totally imagine myself in a situation where I'm like, dude, if I close my eyes, if I'm not paying attention, these guys are gonna kill me. Like I totally understand this guy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's a regular guy.
You come back to yourself as you know yourself.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Wait, let's see hit the
You
question.
come back to
Yeah, let me take off the.
I.e., how long were you crazy for?
yourself as you know yourself.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Whoa.
Yeah.
Later
Oprah's
on,
like, you're a
Ron
bitch, you know how many
Lee tried
interviews
to
I
sue
do?
Mr. Russell.
Right. She's like, you know how I have a breakdown every other month. Takes me one night.
Yeah, come
One
on, I got
night.
$1 billion. Like, whatever.
For the trauma of having to see him do naked calisthenics. As far as I can tell, though, that lawsuit went nowhere.
Can you think of anything else that's worse than running around naked going like this on TMZ?
Well, maybe one thing. While all of this was happening, the countdown to the day of action was still ticking. Thousands of kits had been sold. Get ready for an awareness campaign so effective you'll think you're living in Uganda.
So not only did he, like, the whole initial hype went over, and then all the hate that happened, and then the naked video, and it still hasn't actually happened yet. So everyone's seen him now, right? So this has a lot of exposure. I wonder if anyone ever does it.
The kids rolled out into the street. Selfie sticks and posters ready. Let's do it. Let's save those kids. We're changing the world. Oh, God, yes.
Oh, so they actually went out and did it?
But it wasn't all well intended. Some took it as a chance to vandalize their neighborhood with impunity.
Yeah, I remember that was a
still
big
left to
thing
clean
too.
up
Is
the
people
mess.
were like misusing the hashtag as like a joke about it, where it's like this thing just got out of control, and now you just throw it up like out of context, and people are like, "What the fuck?" And it's like, "Yeah, Coin 2012, man. You don't know? Like, it's just a thing. Everybody says it."
Gotcha.
And despite the impression you might get from this fancy montage, the turnout was abysmal. Here are some figures. Toronto, 50,000 people registered. Real attendance? 50. Sydney, 18,000 people registered.
Yikes.
Real attendance? 12. Montreal, 48.
Where are they getting these numbers from, though?
Real attendance?
Like,
0.
did they go around and
Slack?
count posters? You know, like, what does they mean? Like, how are they counting the mobilization? Because registered means you bought a box.
True.
So 4,800 people bought a box, and what? No, they found no posters up. That's because those people put it in their rooms. You know, just because you didn't find it out on the street, like tagged it up. They probably just kept the merch.
Yeah.
Instead, they
They're really like you're right. He's does say how he counts the people.
Yeah.
cancelled their event and put up a post calling Invisible Children a fraud organization. This is what 4 million Coney hashtags gets you. Now, I bet you want to know where Invisible Children, Jason Russell, and Coney are now. But before I tell you that, I want to go on 2 quick tangents of things I found while researching. In the Coney 2012 video, you'll see this guy, Louis Marino Ocampo, Chief Prosecutor for the International Criminal Court. This would be the organization that charges Coney if he was ever caught. Well, in 2017, a bunch of Louis' emails were leaked, and they detailed one hell of a caper to catch Coney and bring him to justice. I'm not making any of the following up, right? Here's the plan. Lure Coney out of the jungle with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie as bait.
Straight from a Hollywood movie.
It is like setting out like a mouse trap or something where here's a box. Hey, look, it's Brad Pitt, and you come to the box. And I'm holding a string. Let's wait for him. Let's wait for him. Yoink.
You know, if this
what
would
are you
actually...
What are you guys doing under that box? Oh, we want to meet you. Come over here.
It's nice and shady over here. So sunny and shiny out.
If this would have actually worked, you know that this couple, back when they were together, they would have made a movie out of it. 100%, dude. 100%, dude. No, they're not. They're not. No, they're not.
They would have dramatized the heck out of it.
Hell yeah, dude. We get a movie, we got a blockbuster hit, and then we get a sequel after that too.
Attempting to arrest an African warlord.
So it would go, the A-list couple would fly to the edge of the jungle where Coney is hiding and call him up with an invitation to dinner. Coney, starstruck, would of course say yes. He'd show up, presumably bottle of wine in hand and ready to mingle. Then, imagine his shock. It was a trap all along. Special forces would pop out from behind the salad bar and get their guy.
One idea appears to have been for Angelina Jolie to lure him to a private dinner where he would be arrested.
It was a foolproof plan. But unfortunately, it was never realized. Once Miss Jolie stopped responding to Lou's weird emails, Ocampo approached George Clooney for use of his spy satellite.
The chief prosecutor had also attempted...
Whoa, 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 whoa. George Clooney has a spy satellite?
They brushed over that real quick, dude.
They're acting like that's normal. Like, that's everyday news. No.
Like,
why
you can't
does he have a
use George
spy
Clooney's
satellite?
spy satellite? What are you thinking?
This fool is a legit pervert, man. That's the only reason why George Clooney would have a spy satellite. It's so he could look at you through your window.
to recruit George Clooney in a plot to fly spy satellites over Libya.
Yes, that's correct. George Clooney partnered with a satellite company to spy on al-Bashir of Sudan. Okie doke. Anyway, he responded that the satellite wasn't powerful enough, so then Ocampo moved on to his backup date, Sean Penn, whom he invited to the UN security meeting in South Sudan. What?
I know who Sean Penn is.
And there were some people having fun with Coney 2012 as well. Turns out Coney looks a lot like Carl Weathers in the movie Predator. So an idea was formed. Take this screenshot from Predator, post it on Facebook, and say how great he is without mentioning the name. Then wait for some slacktivists to immediately assume it's Joseph Coney. Then you call them racist. It was good for a few minutes. Then they tried.
Oh wait,
on the official meetup.
Dude, that's amazing, dude. Let me read this. This guy is the coolest guy ever. No one can beat him. The way he just doesn't give it up and S people up is amazing. I think we should all support him because he is an effing legend. I love you, man.
Yeah, he is though. Carl Weathers is a badass, dude.
He is, dude. And everything he said there is the facts. Facts, the truth.
Freaking Carl Weathers.
Promptly deleted. And we're back. So get a load of this total car crash, dumpster fire, shitstorm, diaper hurricane, am I right, guys? Well, no. Despite all the mishaps and poor turnout, Coney 2012 was a massive success. The goal was to make an obscure warlord in rural Uganda a household name. And they succeeded. A reach in the hundreds of millions on a budget of about $1.5 million. Any marketing agency would kill for that. In fact, 7 years later, you probably clicked on this video because you have some vague notion of Coney and that video already. Now, let me give you a very brief rundown.
Send nudes, no dudes.
Then let's get out of here.
Flip that, man. I only want the dudes.
Yup, dude. 100%.
Everyone is. Then let's get out of here.
69
Invisible
still.
Children. Outside of long-term and small-scale projects, they've largely ceased operations. Joseph Coney. He's still out there, but his army is shrinking and splintering. He is effectively in hibernation. And Jason Russell. He's no longer with Invisible Children. He's also been breakdown free since 2012, but he's still doing the activism thing. Look, I've had to gloss over so many details in this video, and there are so many more questions to be answered, but I don't want this video to be an hour long or to take 2 months more to make, so I'm going to round this one off with a Q&A on the second channel. What about that $20 million they raised? Why didn't the US military or the Ugandan military ever just bomb the shit out of Coney? What did Coney have to say about the video?
Because the
All
kids
of
are
these
there.
questions, and a ton more, plus any questions you may have of your own.
Why you gay,
Uganda
bro?
want to see it.
Uganda wanna see it, dude. I like that.
Yeah, man. Flagtivism shit.
And that's
Yeah, I
the
remember that. I
episode,
remember that.
dude.
I
I
do
barely
not
remember that, dude.
guess
I
was
barely
doing
remember
things.
that.
Yeah, see, my recollection was fairly straight on, although I did have an emphasis on that guy running around naked. But that was the best part of the whole thing.
No, yeah. Dude, that was the best part of Oprah. Oprah totally agrees with you, dude.
Oprah's like, I heard you were jacking off? No, Oprah never fucking do that.
She had to stick that question in there.
Yeah, she did. Oprah's the greatest journalist of all time.
Dude, the way she asked, how long were you crazy? That was a beautiful way to ask that question, dude.
Yeah, that is true. How long did it take for you to get back to yourself 100%? Yeah, for 2 weeks, that was crazy.
All right. Hey, so that's the end of the video. How do you feel, Skooba?
About what? I don't remember this at all. I mean, I don't recollect a single thing about this.
Dude, you know what? You were just stuck in Dota, dude. That's what it was.
Oh no! Actually, during
we
that
were like
time,
25 years old. 20.
yeah, no, during that time, I was working in a factory, 16 hours a day. I was working 80 to 100 hours a week. I was literally working 100 hours a week every week for about 3 years. That's probably why I don't remember any of this. Yeah. I was
Like a sneaker factory? What factory?
I think it was that mattress factory, wasn't it?
Yeah, the mattress factories, dude.
Yeah. I still have that mattress, dude.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
I think Alex and Melissa are still on that mattress. You guys still on that mattress?
Yeah, actually, your hands did great work.
Dude, I try to hook up
real
because those mattresses are like $2,000-3,000. I try to hook up so many people. Cause I'm like, man, I'm getting worked to the bone here. But actually, one thing I do appreciate about it, it made me go back to college and finish. So, I don't want to do this ever again. For 3 years of that, man, I was doing. I commend the people that do this on a daily. There's some heroes out there.
Some people
Their
there
work
for
ethic.
30 years and shit, dude.
Yeah, I've met a bunch of them, dude, and what the best part is, they all have such a positive attitude about life in general too. Just happy people just trying to put some food on their table.
It's like, hey man, anytime I'm not at work, it's a great time.
Yeah. So,
Alright, so I'm thinking we end the podcast right now. I think it's a good place to end. What do you think?
It was good. I love the first two videos. This one would definitely a refresher on the blank spot of my life. So it filled in a little bit for me. Because I'm like, what? I'm trying to remember. It's like, why can't I piece this together at all?
That's when I started working a desk job. So that's when I was in front of a computer all day, and I was just like searching the internet for entertainment. On the
Okay. He came off some crazy dude in Sandy.
Yeah, I mean,
just jagging it.
That's how I am now. Like, that's why I'm like all the new friggin' goofy news, whether it's like pop culture news or like current event shit.
Yeah.
I know now for the most part for like the last handful of years because you work a desk job, does not work all the time, man. You got to find
a decent amount of downtime.
the wedges in the internet where you can entertain yourself.
Yeah, I feel you. Just twirl your thumbs, man. Thumb twirling.
That's why I'm like real big into Reddit now because of that. Because I'm like running out of YouTube videos to watch. So it's like Reddit has everything in it.
There you go, kids. Reddit will solve all
Public
your
freak out
problems.
Reddit. You guys will probably get a lot of videos that we could talk about on just that because it's like
We'll do
all
all
the
public
Karen
freak out day.
videos, you know, like all the Karen stuff, all like the police stuff, all of like the process stuff, and just like it's almost like world star hip hop, but like way whiter. Like it doesn't get that black.
Yeah, we'll do a Karen public freakout day.
Yeah,
Probably
World
next
Star's
week.
fun, man. Do a World Star Day. Dude.
Yeah.
Those are my
We'll do
favorite. I think it's
a
everyone's
routine.
favorite shit on the internet is watching like people act crazy because you know most life's mundane. So if you could watch someone's worst moment, it's entertaining.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about.
Like Coney, that was that fool's worst moment, and I'll remember that for the rest of my life. Yeah, that white guy, dude.
Yeah. The beautiful part is,
the
man,
naked guy.
people forgive him. It's just like, hey, we all have mental breaks. Some were to the extreme. Some were a little buried.
No, I
Yours?
super forgive him, dude. Like
Yeah.
Britney Spears got forgiven. Like anyone who had like a real mental shit, like especially nowadays, everyone's pro mental health. So like stuff like that.
A
Like,
lot better.
yeah,
dude.
you had a bad day, man. Like what?
So you had a bad
You ran
day.
around naked, you know. If he was like actually jacking his dick, they probably would be less forgiving. But
Yeah.
just the fact that he just ran around naked, it's like I can get over that.
That's comedy. It was good though. It was good.
All right, world. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next week, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys.
Yeah. Appreciate Timmy and Alex joining us.
Yeah.
Well, next week we'll probably do a little bit of something relatively the same, maybe a little bit lighthearted, or might do some rage compilations or public freak out Karen videos. But until then, we'll see y'all next week.
All right, see you next week. Peace.
A good one. Hey.